Hello and welcome back to Choice Bits of Bliss. Here we are at the end of the month, and I have already created a lot of layouts with my collection obsession kit, and I'm down to my scraps. I thought that I would do a process video with what I have left over. I have had to pull out a white piece of cardstock, and I'll be honest, I really kind of want to frame this. And I think I'm going to do that because, excuse me, because I sort of laid it out the way I think I want it to be. And I've already done some stitching. So I've already placed these two pieces together and I've done some stitching there. This looks like it's just going off into space. And I want this to be anchored. That's why I love framing a layout and matting it, because it looks like it anchors it and brings it all inside. I'm addicted to that. So I'm going to pause for 1 second, bring in another piece of cardstock, because I only have one full piece of paper left, and it's the tags, because I had so many of these. I think I had 4. So I've used a lot of tags, and you will see that when I do my layout share at the end of the video. I need a solid piece of cardstock. I need this, a solid color or a pattern that just kind of brings this all in. So give me just 1 second. So this is part of sharing process, and I'm not great at sharing process. I always feel a little insecure, maybe, because I don't like to be indecisive in front of other people. It's the hazards of my job. But I've decided to try to do that a little more this year. One of my scrappy friends had just shared that she likes when I share my ideas and what I'm thinking, and I thought I could, maybe do that a little more. So what I'm thinking about doing, and the reason I'm trimming out 4 pieces, is I think instead of bringing in another piece of cardstock or pattern paper, like I had mentioned, I maybe just trim out the edge of the white with my scraps. It helps me use up some scraps, and maybe will give me that effect that I'm looking for. So I've done 4 half-inch strips, and I'm going to do a trial run, because if I don't like it, I don't want to have to pull this all back up. So that looks pretty good. Don't hate it. And this is, everything's going to move. These are the scraps I had down. We're just going to do a trial run. My photo kind of goes into this background, so I'm definitely going to have to mat that on some white paper. I wanted this ledge for sure going across, and this is my title, Season to Sparkle, that I'm going to put here. And of course, everything's moving. Y'all know I don't like that. And I had just before basically had just made this, had chunked up this linear area, and then I think I'm going to put this layered sticker here. Maybe this was tucked under a little more, because I don't remember the tree showing. Okay. Yeah, this is the direction I'm going to go. So I'm not going to make you watch me adhere everything down. Give me a second and I'm going to adhere. Okay, I'm going to try to come back in and out and show you what I'm doing. I'm telling you, I am not great at this, sharing my process. I'm going to learn. I'm going to learn to be better. Okay, so I'm trimming down this piece because I don't want it to go all the way to the edge. I want this to frame, to be framed by what I've already adhered down. One of the things that I'm working on this year is striking a balance between using my supplies, letting go of the things that I know I will no longer use. And I think I've shared before, I don't have an issue with making the decision I'm tired of something. Actually, when I shared this collection in the beginning, I had said I wanted to probably let it go once I get finished making my layouts. I want to trim this one down just a little bit more too, because I have so many winter layouts and winter collections, that this one is cute as it can be, but I just knew that it wasn't something that I wanted to keep forever. And I probably knew that when I purchased it twice. If you want me to remember correctly, I did that. So I don't want to be wasteful. That's one of the reasons why I'm glad I used the scraps to edge out this and to frame it, because I don't want to be wasteful. I'm of the belief system that we're a steward of what we have, and to be wise stewards. So there's a lot for me to balance. I love making these ledges like this. I think they are so adorable. And I do not want to punch out the holes in my tags. I want to keep that solid. So I think this is super cute and fun. I don't want it to go all the way to the edge, so I'm going to use this. Can you see what I'm doing? Surely. Okay. This edge of the star patterned tag, I can't think and talk at the same time. I'm using that as a way to line up and to keep an asymmetrical look, because it brings this edge closer to this edge than this edge is to this edge. And that just kind of shifts the balance. I don't want everything to be centered right in the middle. I said I was going to mat that, and I need to find a scrap that is big enough for me to mat it on. And it may be this scrap, because I need something that's lighter than this, and I think that's going to work perfectly. This piece is something that I had on one of the layouts that I have completed. I gutted it to be able to maintain this little piece of paper, and I'm glad I did. Now, I'm of the mindset that once I let something go, I let it go. I don't think about it anymore. It doesn't bother me. I don't wish I had it back. It's a relief, actually, when it's out of my space. And it just gets rid of some of that mental clutter of holding on to things. I'm going to go ahead and make a commitment with this here. Yeah, I definitely want to do that. So let me adhere down my photo. And I am lining up the edge of this on the edge of that so that it's getting covered up and it's kind of softening the edge of this tag coming off here. So that just kind of softens that corner. And we had this title I wanted to add in, and I wanted the title, let's got southern all of a sudden. I want to come down to the edge of this. So let's see if that works. I cut this out of the sticker book. Another thing that I am trying this year is when I have times, a few minutes to plan out what I'm going to do, to make use of that time and to also add in my embellishments, stickers, whatever I'm going to use. Just go ahead and add it all, put it together with my kit, my page kit. That way when I do have time to sit down and actually scrapbook, then I'm not wasting it trying to find things. So that makes these layouts come together quickly. Yeah, I didn't need to stick that down just yet. And I think this is too thin for me to pull up. So that's stuck. And this, we may just do this way. I like that. This one I'm going to punch a hole. If you have one of these tools, this second one, this 1/4 inch, is perfect for the Simple Stories tags. Just line it up, punch it out, and it's a perfect fit. If you line it up correctly. I have lined it up wonky before and had to live with my decision. Okay, I don't want the tree to show, so I'm going to bring it right to the edge there. And I still have some of this twine that my sweet friend shared with me. At Christmas, she did an advent for 12 days of Christmas for me. And each one of the envelopes was wrapped in different colors of twine. Loved it, loved it, loved it, loved it, loved every bit of it. I like gifts like that because you can use all the different elements. Now, isn't that adorable? I like that a lot. Now, I'm going to look at my floor squeaking every time I take a step. We're going to look at what we have left. This is what I have left of my foam stickers. So we're going to see what we can add to our layout. We've got, I really, see now, this is why embellishments grow in my space, because I buy them and then when I get a layout to this point, I'm happy with the simplicity of it. And it's a struggle for me to add embellishments when I'm happy with how it looks. So we're going to add that there. Do I have any more? I don't. So I need to balance that out with some other little finishing touches. I like this Let's Get Cozy, but it's in that tangerine color, and I already have it in several places here on this layout. I don't need more. I'm going to use this Winter Wishes here. And our title is going to be 'Tis the Season to Sparkle and Stay Cozy. I like that. I like that a lot. So this is something that I do when I use up spaces. I go ahead and start moving things from here to here. And it's just reducing the packaging that's in my space so that I don't have just so much stuff taking up room. And that leaves me with 3 elements on this piece. Okay, setting that aside. Going to the next thing. We have this left over from my chipboard, and a cup would be appropriate. I have to add additional adhesive to these. They will not maintain their stick. Like that. And there isn't anything else on here that I feel works with this specific layout. So we're finished with this. I have another pack. I've used up most of one of these. I can bless somebody else with this pack. So that's what I intend to do. We have stickers. And I'm just going to flip through here to see if there's anything that I want to add. The tea kettle. So this is not really tea that we're making coffee, but it works. So I'm going to add that here to stay in theme. I'm looking for additional elements like this to add around my layout. And here is one. I don't know if there's any, I really don't need any word pieces. And I don't think I need any labels. But here we have these sprinkling bits that we can add in. I would like different colors. So we have the tangerine, we have green, and we've got blue here. That's going in an awkward spot. But I got it. I got it. And we can add that there. So that makes me feel better about that bit. We have more words. We've got large titles. And then I have used some of these strips back here. I don't think I need any more. And I don't need any snow people. And I don't need florals. I could use florals, but I don't feel like I really need them. And then these are journaling bits that I really don't need. I'm going to try something. So circles soften edges, and I'm thinking about maybe tucking this under here to soften that, and I don't hate it and I don't just love it. And if I did do it, I wouldn't want the edge of the wreath showing through. I'm going to leave it there. Yes, I'm going to leave that there. Okay, finished with the sticker book. And as you saw, there's still a lot of stickers in it. I have rub-ons. I've used some of my rub-ons, and I don't feel like I need to use any on here. I could use a banner, but I don't feel like it needs a banner. I have a brand new sheet of chipboard stickers that I am going to bless somebody else with. We have this left of the sticker sheet. I have these 3 mugs. I could stack them going up the side of that. Let's see how that looks. So this one's empty. We're going to put it on the bottom. This one has whipped topping in it, or whipped cream. And I actually feel like this doesn't add a whole lot to my layout. Once again, it's one of those elements that it doesn't really add or detract. But it gets those 3 mugs used. I think this one needs to be in the middle to separate the 2 pinks. That's what I think. I think I'm happier with that. Yes, I am. Okay. We're getting there. We're getting there. I think that helps these two feel like that it all belongs together. Belongs together instead of belongs. Okay, you know what? I struggle with this. And I don't want to just add things just to be adding. I am going to use these little star bits as my sprinkles. We've used a lot of this sticker sheet, so I'm happy about that. I have a complete brand new sticker sheet. This is going to go as a gift to someone else. And we're going to call this layout completed. All right. I'm going to pause. When I come back, I'll share all the layouts that I've completed for Collection Obsession this month. Before I share my layouts, I'm going to share with you what scraps I have left and what my plans are for those. And for these bits that are left over from the kit. These I'm not giving away. I'm going to keep them and put them with my Simple Stories product. One of the reasons that I'm giving away these products, so this is staying with me, but one of the reasons why I'm giving away these brand new ones is because I need to reduce what's in my room. I need to reduce it. I don't need duplicates. I've played with this kit. I've pretty much used it all up, and I don't need this to continue moving forward in my space. I have lots and lots of winter collections. And you know what? If a winter collection came out and I loved it, I would buy it. I don't need to continue having multiples. So moving forward, that's something that I'm really working at not doing is having multiples, especially of embellishments and stickers and rub-ons. Okay, so here's my scraps, and this is what I do when I'm playing with my scraps. Can I use this somewhere else? This can be used absolutely in other, because this color scheme would work great in the spring. So that can be used. I'm not going to keep these small pieces. I keep all of my strips as long as I'm working with a collection or kit. Once I get to the end of it, I pretty much get rid of all small pieces, all strips, that sort of thing. So these, like that, can be used because it's got the repeated burr all over again. You know what? I could use that one. I like these words. I'm going to keep that. This I will probably keep. That I'm getting rid of. His head is chopped off, so I'm getting rid of him. I'm keeping that. This will, I'm going to put my blacks. That is usable. I think I'm done with those. I'm done. That one to me doesn't work because none of the words are full. Like, you're not able to read the word. I will keep the 3x4 cards for now. The tags, I like tags, and they move forward really easily. We're down to these two strips, and we're getting rid of those. And that is my scraps worked through. So I'm going to move this out of the way. And we'll start looking through the layouts. So this is my husband. And he had been snow blowing, and he came in and he had snow all the way up to his knees. And I made him stop, not come in. And made him go back out and brush the snow off his pants so he didn't drag it all the way through the house. So I used a lot of the tags because, and you're going to see the tags on a lot of these layouts. I kind of run out of ways to use them, but this is basically a band design made with tags. So that is layout number 1. Layout number 2, I got this idea from a class I took with Jana Eubank. And no. Megan Andrew. I'm trying to picture the layout. Yes, I think it was Megan Andrew. I could be wrong about that. But anyway, in the class, we had a pattern piece of paper that we put down in a circle, and then we laid out our tags. I just replicated that, and then I drew on a stitched circle. And I am feeding my rotten puppies pieces of leftover ham. And you can see her little tongue out. They were enthralled with that ham. This layout, once again, has 3 tags used there. And this was during our family Christmas my husband's youngest daughter and her boyfriend, and my husband and my husband's oldest daughter. The daughter didn't go. Her boyfriend did, though. They all went to a local college that was having a free skate night that was featuring a Disney character. Of course, it was Mickey Mouse. What they were laughing about the poor fella that was in that costume because he could barely move his head around. But that's them skating. And this is just a lot of layers. I used strips. So I was using some of my scraps, and I just put down strips and framed, matted the strips, used tags up the top, and then used one of my stickers here for a ledge for my photo, and I put stickers on this blank card here for my that was my journaling. But my husband always says he's not asleep. He's not sleeping. I'm not asleep. I'm just resting my eyes. I'm not asleep. I was just laying here for a second. Whatever his excuses are. He always says he's not sleeping. So we were watching a show and he could barely keep his eyes open here. Could barely keep his eyes open. And he's just barely, he's watching it. I can tell he's still awake there, but then he just gave up. He was gone. And I think it is hilarious. So this is Macy, and I think it's the first time I think I've maybe talked about her, but not shown her on this channel. She just came up to my son's house, and he tried, desperately to find her owner, find out who would just let this beautiful puppy go. And it has been 3 months now. No one has claimed her. So I kind of forced his hand, told him he had to name her and start taking care of her like she's his. So her name is Macy. She is a gorgeous puppy. And she is so in love with my son. She is so in love with him. So he's come home from work and she's just laid over on his lap and sleeping. So I chose all of the elements that I could find in the kit that had something to do with like being cozy or snuggle, and added those elements to this layout. Oh, and this layout, I used a sketch from a cherry on top. So this went up on January the 8th. This is my husband's youngest daughter and her boyfriend. They had matching sweaters for Christmas dinner. And then they put the reindeer little ears and antlers on Charlie and took a picture with her. They are adorable, all three of them. I used those tags as a full sheet. And I used the journaling side. And you can see the tags running down the sheet, down these sides of the paper, kind of centered, but they're not completely. And then I just created my 3 clusters. I double matted the photos in scraps and just help bring in more color. The colors in this collection are a lot of fun. Once again, I have used a lot of tags. I didn't even cut them apart. I just trimmed out the edges and left it whole. I used a scrap of my white and made a scallop out of it, and then 3 of the cut aparts, and then a journaling cut apart there on top. This is Macy trying to play with my son, and she was so tired. She could barely keep her eyes open. There seems to be a theme here, and he thought it was hilarious, so he took a picture and sent it to me of her finding sleep. And this one you got to watch me create. And that is the end of January's Collection Obsession. I hope you are looking at all of the other members who are playing along with Collection Obsession. If you're playing and I don't have you linked below, please let me know. I want to support every channel I possibly can. I 100% believe in supporting and uplifting our community. So uh, if you'll share with me that information, I'll be happy to share your channel. Come back and we will chat again soon. Bye bye.